This is Bill from Newton. Hello, Bill.
Good morning, guys. And Curtis, I'm usually on board with my boy Curtis until he made you're going to take away first-round picks from the development of this team for Lamar Jackson. Now, I am not a Mac Jones hater. I think he's fine. I think he's Chad Pennington. You're never going to win a Super Bowl with him, but he's all right. 10, maybe 11 wins, maybe a playoff win. But if you're telling me I could get Lamar Jackson and you could take the first-round pick out of Bill Belichick's hands because he drafted Dominique Easley, Malcolm Brown, Isaiah Wynn, Sony Michel, N'Keal Harry, and the turnstile that is Cole Strange with 6 of his last first-round picks. Are you serious, Curtis?
Okay, do you want the discussion, Bill?
Number one pick. It's unbelievable.
Can I just say one thing? I think the discussion it's kind of a nonsense, nothing burger discussion because I don't think during the tenure of Bill Belichick, however long that is, he's not going to pay $35 million for a quarterback.
Well, he's going to if he wants to keep Mac Jones for more than 5 years because guess what?
Right.
On his fifth-year rookie deal, he makes $30 million.
Right. Tell him, Bill. Tell him. Preach.
There's never been a Patriots player that has made, but there's never been a Patriots player that has made more than Bill Belichick in a season.
Preach.
Yeah, Curtis, his fifth-year contract is $30 million. I got news for you. That's not negotiable. That's what it is.
Right.
So
you don't trade him now, Bill, at his lowest value point. What don't you understand?
To get Lamar Jackson? Yes, you do. Okay. Lamar Jackson is an MVP, transcendent player. You absolutely try to get a guy like that.
So why doesn't the team he's on want him?
Because they don't want to pay him.
Okay, well then if he's transcendent and the best player, why are the Ravens, one of the best run franchises in sports, so hesitant to pay him?
Whoa. First of all, John Harbaugh is one of the most overrated coaches in the league.
Okay.
If you watch
they're in the playoffs every year. We hate that. So why don't they want him?
Because of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Because of Lamar Jackson.
Okay, so they know they're in the playoffs every year because of this transcendent MVP, but the team that knows him best doesn't want him.
Guess what? They do want him. They just playing hardball like Belichick always does.
You just said they didn't want to pay him. Which one is it?
Right.
Guess what's going to happen? They're going to pay him, or they're going to trade him for multiple first-round picks. And the team that gets them is going to win.
Bill, can you at least give me this? Is he the only guy? If you look at Mac, because we've been talking about Jimmy Garoppolo. To me, you're exchanging guys, and Jimmy Garoppolo's more likely to get hurt than Mac Jones is. Is Lamar Jackson the only guy that you feel like
No.
No.
Lamar, here's the thing with Jackson. He's so good, and you put him with a coach like Bill Belichick, who's so good at coaching players, that he will win you way more games than he's going to lose. Lamar loses games for Baltimore because Harbaugh's an idiot. How many fourth downs is he going to go for?
I agree with you, Bill. Keep preaching, Bill. You're preaching because we've seen this all the time. Organizations do dumb things. The New England Patriots didn't want to pay Brady; they let him walk, and the Baltimore Ravens. If they don't pay Lamar Jackson, because
how often do transcendent MVP level quarterbacks in their 20s get traded?
They don't.
So then why are the Ravens doing it?
Because the Ravens are morons. Okay. What part of moron don't you understand?
But that doesn't make any sense. I don't think they're morons.
So, in your opinion, if you don't think they are, then why would they trade a guy of that caliber?
Because what the Browns did with Deshaun Watson ruined the market for quarterbacks, and they don't want to have to pay the guaranteed money that will require.
So they don't want to pay him.
Right, the market has changed.
A guy with one playoff win who is frequently hurt.
He's not frequently hurt.
$235 million.
He's not frequently hurt.
He is frequently hurt.
He's not frequently hurt. We went through the numbers. We've done that.
So
should the Cincinnati Bengals not pay Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow's going to want Deshaun Watson money?
No, is he on the trade block?
No. But when
you're making my point.
No, when his contract comes up,
it won't even come close to coming up. They'll get a new deal done in the next year.
That's the point.
Like the Chiefs did with Mahomes.
That's my point.
Joe Burrow has been way more successful than Lamar Jackson.
I'm not saying he hasn't.
How many conference championship games has Lamar Jackson been to? I think it's 0.
No, he hasn't been to any.
0.
Oh, okay.
But the point that
How many Super Bowls has he been to?
Negative 0.
How many Super Bowls has Josh Allen been to?
We're not talking. You were talking about Joe Burrow.
No, but you keep doing. You keep using the same argument.
No,
everybody on the
planet.
He
brought up Joe Burrow. I didn't bring up Joe Burrow.
Everybody on the planet yells at us that Lamar Jackson doesn't win in the playoffs. He's won one game in the playoffs. I get it, but there's a lot of guys that haven't won in the playoffs yet. He's also only like 26 years old.
Right, and how many 26-year-olds transcendent MVP quarterbacks have ever been traded in the history of the NFL?
Right, because
no, answer that.
0.
So then we're talking about someone who clearly the organization sees something that you guys don't.
But yet they're still trying so hard to keep him.
What are you talking about?
They're going to trade him because they don't want to pay the money. Ultimately,
that's it.
But they've tried. They're trying to keep him. They just want to keep him at their price.
Do you think
so they're not they don't want to trade him. They're going to have to because he's either not going to play on the franchise tag or they just aren't going to end up paying the money. But you want to know something? There is half the NFL franchises would pay the money for that guy.
Do you think he's a transcendent quarterback in the NFL right now of what transcendent quarterback is? Is he in the same?
Yeah, he's a top 5, top 10 quarterback.
Right, so he's in the same category as Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes.
Right. I would take Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes well ahead of him.
I'm not saying who you would take ahead of him.
I might take Jalen Hurts ahead of him because of what you're paying him.
Ty Law said he would take Lamar Jackson over Joe Burrow. So the only point I'm making, he's in the world of the quarterback that's going to make $40 million. Yeah. And the organization...
So was Daniel Jones.
No. But the organization...
No one's going to pay Daniel Jones $40 million. That's the big difference. A guy like Daniel Jones or Mac Jones will end up in free agency and no one's going to pay him $40 million.
The Baltimore Ravens are a dumb organization for even having this conversation come up. Yeah. Whether or not Deshaun Watson ruined it with everybody.
Yeah. This is Keith from Rhode Island. Hello, Keith.
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, I'm on the Mac Island.
All right.
Island with you guys.
Do you
afford to be on the island with you? But I'm in the dinghy.
Well, you need some sort of a special skill. So Curtis
to get on the island.
Yeah, to be on the island, we have to survive. So there's Curtis is the hunter gatherer,
weather guy. Tell you what the weather is.
Weather guy.
Okay.
I am I don't think I've ever talked about this. Fantastic when it comes to rubbing two sticks together and starting a fire. So what?
Aren't you an Eagle Scout, Greg? Isn't it the Legend of Greg Hill, Eagle Scout, right?
Yeah. I was never in the Scouts. They had a weight weight.
So you're a giant liar.
It's a weight issue, but
I can gut a pig.
Oh, there you go.
Gut a pig?
Oh, don't gut Greg. He's a nice guy.
How does one know that they can gut a pig?
They've done it before.
Done it before.
Okay. Where?
On a farm. Wean the pig.
Okay, that's comforting. Thank you.
Cuts the sack right out of it, you know.
Okay.
Well, you're going to need somebody to do that.
Well,
you're going to need somebody to undress the animal.
Do you like small talk? That's the real question.
Hold on a second. It's not. It's not undressing the animal.
What is it? Dressing the animal? All right.
Yes. I mean, if things get lonely out there, we'll need somebody to undress.
Well, you're going to need somebody to gut and do all that stuff. You're going to need somebody to hunt it, and then you're going to need somebody to cook it. And that's what you're going to have to do. And if you can't do none of those things, then you're worthless.
Yeah. No, there's room on Mac Island.
Yeah, well, there's
It's
three of you guys.
Right now, it's me, it's Curtis,
and the guy just
Robert
called.
Kraft is on it.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good. He'll build a nice place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll bring plenty of people on that island.
Anybody else on there?
If Kraft is there, that means that guy from the Phillies, the Fanatics guy, is there too.
Mike Rubin?
Yeah, Mike Rubin's there.
Mego's on it.
Yep, Mego.
Oh, Mego's there?
Yeah.
Is she all the way there, though?
Yeah, I think she is.
I think she's like, I don't think she's there. I think she's like,
I listen to her all the time defend Mac Jones.
Right, I think she defends him, but I think she's more, because I thought I heard her say she would take Lamar Jackson. So I think she's treading water near the island. So she's not on the island, but she's in swimming distance if she needs to get there.
Mego's on the island.
Because I think I heard Mego say she would take Lamar Jackson over Mac Jones.
Will we let Ken on the island? Because I think he's a Mac guy. He might be. I mean, he'd be very organized. I guess we could have Ken on Mac Island.
Yeah, but you don't really need somebody. Maybe you do need an organizer on the island.
An engineer.
She's very. Am I wrong about that? I should ask Courtney. Mego is on Mac Island, right?
Full of poop emoji.
No, wait a second. I'm sorry. I did not.
Yeah, I don't think she's all the
Mego
way.
is 1,000%. She sent me a text when we were talking about Mac, and she said, "Welcome aboard." So she's entirely on Mac Island.
Okay, all right, good. Good.
Well, maybe she's there, but it seems like she's there. But she's one of those people. Like if you watch Survivor, you'd have to look out for her. No, you'd have to look out for her because she could be like the mole or the traitor. So she might be there.
What do you mean?
You ever see Survivor?
Yes, I saw Survivor 30 years ago.
There's always that one person in the group that's trying to like pin everybody against each other so they vote each other off.
Right.
She has been a noted Mac supporter,
but I think
from jump.
Right, but I think I heard
one of the reasons why I love her.
I think I heard her say she would take Lamar Jackson over Mac Jones.
Okay, now you're just creating things.
I'm not. I'm dead ass. So she might be there, but she's...
What are the odds that Lamar Jackson ends up on the Patriots? Honest, please be honest.
I would say 2%.
Okay, then what the F are we doing?
I'd say less than that.
It's dumb. The discussion, even writing about it today with regard to Jimmy Garoppolo, is dumb.
Right, I would still say there's a 45% chance he's not on the Ravens, though.
The owner of the football franchise cannot stop telling you over and over again how he feels about Mac Jones, and it's positive.
And he has regained control over an organization that he is running, and he saw what the importance was of having a young, talented quarterback on his rookie deal. And this is now Mac's third season, and if you thought it was important back in the early 2000s, the contracts for quarterbacks have exploded.
Right.
Wait, so you're telling me the owner is now part of the football operations decision-making?
I think he's back in that room, yes.
Have fun being the Dallas Cowboys.
Right. So basically for 1 year. So all you get...
how are the Shimes and the Wiggies? How are those teams?
All you get is Mac for 1 year. Because
and then guess what? Fine. You either know if he's improving and he's your guy, he's improving but you don't love him, but you trade him at a higher point than he is right now, and you get to build around him with more money and weapons that you wouldn't be able to give if you gave $45 million a year to Lamar Jackson.
You run the risk if he has a bad year, you get less for him in return. Right now, I think it's his highest value without running any risk, because I think a lot of teams would trade for Mac Jones and go, it was Matt Patricia.
Now, excellent question from a 508 texter on the Subaru of New England text line. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Greg, the bigger question is whether Mac Jones is actually on Mac Island. I think he is. Actually, no. He's 60. I think he's 65 yards away, and he can't quite reach it. That was for you, Sean.
Well done. Well played, Greg.
Belichick said.
But it is going to be fascinating this offseason into the year with the Belichick-Kraft sort of Mac issue that exists.
This relationship's strained.
Yeah.
It's already strained. Because now Robert is doing what we heard when we do our segment of that's what they're saying, or what's it?
They said it.
They said it. Right?
I love you, Wiggy. I love you so much.
And Bill Parcells goes, wait a second. You want me to cook the food? You think you at least let me shop for the groceries?
Correct.
Robert Kraft is now jumping back in when he says, or this is what Tommy Curran said. He said, Mac isn't going nowhere over my dead body.
Yeah.
Isn't he now meddling in football business?
Yes, he is, but he made it clear last year. We keep going back a year ago, basically.
But do you think Bill likes that?
But Robert Kraft said that Bill earned the right to have the latitude to create the staff, no matter how crazy it seemed.
Right.
That latitude is now gone,
but that's with the staff, though.
But I think in general, Bill Belichick.
That's the staff, though, and he.
Do you believe that Bill Belichick wanted to take Mac Jones at 15?
No.
Okay, then what are we even? Then it's been going on now for 2+ years.
Right, and so this is what we are headed for, a course of two trains crashing.
I agree,
because I think he stepped in, Robert, as far as the coaching, and said, and Bill goes, all right.
What's the most important position on the football team?
The quarterback.
And so the guy that was supposed to be in charge of the football didn't make the decision as to who the most important player was going to be.
And that's why I think you're starting to see this relationship going two different directions.
Curtis, quick question. Does the Odyssey app work on Mac Island?
Yes, it always does.
No, it doesn't.
It is great.
I demand, before we go, an island-themed rejoin.
Not
islands in the sun.
Yeah, I got you.
I cannot stand. Huh?
I got you. I got.
You just played Zach Brown band.
Yeah,
so
I know. I'm not going to play Zach Brown. Don't worry. I got you.
I have a couple. I have a couple.
I'm going to see. I can't wait for this because really? I already in my mind I'm knowing like what the rejoin should be for an island thing. Yes, but
what genre?
I'm not saying anything.
Ooh,
isn't that the segment we do at 8:00 every day? I'm not saying anything. Now it's time for I'm not saying anything.
Now we're gonna hear somebody else talking about something.
Well, that's the name of what they said.
Coming up at 8, some person said a thing once.
That's what they said.
Yeah, hear what some dude said somewhere online.
All right,
that's what Parcells said.
We'll be right back.